All set. Namaste, friends. First, pranams to my Guruji, Patriji, and all the Pyramid Masters. Thank you very much for joining today. Yet another session. Let's again dwell into the concepts of the karma and reincarnation. Every day, we must learn. The whole world is like every day we must earn. But earning will come from learning. Earning of everything, knowledge, energy, money, abundance, everything will come from learning. We must learn from everybody. Okay, today even I will share one great secret which I have learned recently. From last session to this session, I have learned so many things from many people, from many concepts, many books, many discussions. Few things we always remember. Few things will go inside and then we will not remember. It's okay. We don't need to remember anything. That's the beauty of spirituality. We are not going to write any examinations. No certifications here. Understanding is important, not remembering. Only one can stay. If you understand, you don't need to remember. If you always try to remember, it means you are not yet understood. So I'll tell you one important thing which I have learned in this last 1 week. How to be always energetic. How not to waste a single pinch of energy. How to draw energies. Everybody does meditation. The first and foremost reason is why we get energy by doing meditation. Else everything, whatever we do, we spend energy. In meditation, we gain energy. If your mind is fresh, if you are highly energetic, whatever the situations happens, whomever you meet, you are in very much great balance. But if you don't have energy, you will not have patience. Then even for smallest things, you will start yelling everybody. So you must understand that we have to always stay in high energy. No compromise in that. What is the secret? How to be always energetic? How to always stay bubbling energies like kids? From today, we all are going to live like kids, 24/7 jumping with energies. Whether you are 50, 40, 60, 30, doesn't matter. 80 also don't matter. But I will give you this technique which I have learned this last 1 week. How to always stay with great energies. Bubbling energies like kids. Can you able to talk in Tamil ji? Rukmani ji, this is English session ji, no Tamil. If I talk in Tamil, only you will understand. So, energies, how to stay always high energy, very simple technique. First and foremost, now I am giving you this session. If anybody don't like me, please leave now. Immediately quit and get out. If anybody don't like me in any aspect, don't stay here because you're going to lose energy. If you don't like me, if you hate me, if you are here to pinpoint me, please leave. You have full freedom. If not, you are going to lose energy. If you don't understand English properly and you are sitting in this session by force, please don't be here. Please leave. Because this is not for people who don't understand English. Because this is English session. The reason why I'm telling you this is wherever we are, whatever we do, we have to be totally there loving it. Then you draw energies. I started karma sessions. Okay. First few sessions were very high, great energy. Later on, anything to start is very easy. Maintaining is very tough. We all know that in life. Start writing a book. First few days it will be great. Most of the writers, they quit in between, in the mid of the book. Most of the writers. Only who has crossed the threshold, they complete the book. Writing book is not easy. Have you tried? At least 1 week, start writing all your experiences. I was so shocked. Once I went to a gift shop with my friend. I said, okay, let's buy a pen. He saw me and said, who is using pen all these days? I was shocked because people have stopped using pens. Nobody is writing. So that is the world we are living in now, right now. So that day I ensured every day I write something. I always have a pen with me, next to me. Without pen, I can't live. I have to have pen. I have to write something or the other. I always write. So how do we draw energies? First, I'll give you an example. I started karma sessions. Today is what, 29th session. Okay, like every week only one. In between we have breaks. Okay, this must be 7th or 8th month. But I have that same energy and enthusiasm even today, like the first session. You need to have that, otherwise don't do. Nobody's going to come and jail me, arrest me, or kick me that if I don't do sessions. Right? If your interests or energy is not there in anything, stop doing immediately. Whatever it is. If you don't have interest in anything, or if you don't have passion in anything, please don't do, because you will lose energy. Have you seen any kid doing anything without passion or interest? No. You can't make the horse drink water. You can only take it up to the pond. Similarly, you can take the kid anywhere only if they like it. If they find it interesting, they will do. Why? That is the only way we get energies. If you don't like anything, if there is no interest, and if you are suffering, your energies is going there. That's why you get drained. How do you know whether you have interest or no? Simple. If you keep on looking at your watch or clock, it means you don't have interest. If you are lost in time, it means you are in passion. You are in love with it. If you are measuring time, it means you don't want to be there. In this whole universe, you don't need to be there anywhere. If you don't like, simply leave, because you are losing energy. Now you understand. Okay, now a question comes. Sir, I have to cook every day morning. I have to feed my family. I don't like cooking. Will I lose energy? Yes, you are going to lose energy. Sir, I have to go to office 9 hours, whether I am good or bad. I have to go there. I have to do my duty. But I don't like my office. What to do? The solution is start loving cooking. Start loving your office. Because you cannot avoid it. Whatever you cannot avoid, create interest in it. It is simple. It is all in the mind. 50 years, my dad, from the morning to the night, he goes to the same shop, same business, same dialogues, same money, same material. 50 years. Still, every day morning, he wakes up with that same energy. How? 50 years, not a joke. 50. He must be 65 now. At the age of 15, he started his business. So from 15 to 65, he has that same energy, same enthusiasm, consistency. How? Because he likes it, he loves it. Even if that love or like reduces, he will increase it. That is the secret, because that is the only way you draw energy from it. Otherwise, you lose energy. Now all of you know the technique. If you don't like cooking, start loving. See some videos of people who cooks with great passion and love. So what happens when you are with such people videos? Because all time we will not get people around us. Now YouTube, we have to go and find. passionate cooking, interesting cooking, people who cook with a lot of great interest. When you are with them, when you are watching that videos, what happens? Naturally, you will get motivated. Then you also go and try. If you don't like your job, what you need to do? You need to understand that there is a need, okay, but what is that product I am working on? How it is helping the humanity? The first company I worked in, Siemens, we were working in some electrical lines, some projects which deals with all the electricities. Initially, I was excited, all the models. When that is boring, then I started reading the materials, why they created this project. Then I understood depth. Through the software, they are able to produce electricity from somewhere and generating. Wow, it generated interest if you go deeper into any subject. Otherwise, find some place where you get interest. If there is interest, if there is passion, you draw energies. Otherwise, you lose energies. I always tell you, in one session, 50 students sat with me. Nobody was showing interest. I caught that in 1 minute. And I asked why. They said by force, that tuition teacher has made them sit here. So they cannot go away, I cannot go away. We have to do the meditation session. So I gave them the choice. If you enjoy, you will draw energies. If you are going to sit boredom, if you are going to suffer, you will lose energy. Your choice. So I made the session maximum interesting and we all enjoyed. So it's always your choice whether to enjoy, whether to suffer. Your choice. But remember, cause and effect. What is karma? Cause and effect. The action you do, there will be reaction. The action, what you do, if you generate interest, then you are going to love it. Then you become more energetic. If you are just sitting, when will the session gets over? Then what happens? You are losing energy. So after the session, you feel drained. Everybody goes to movie. But I have one friend. What she does, even before going to that movie, she will watch all the trailers. She will watch all the interviews of the people before the movie. She will generate a lot of interest before going to the theater. She will spend 1 hour reading materials, looking at all the interviews, looking at all the trailers. So with a lot of interest and joy, she goes to the movie. So at the end of the movie, she gets a lot of satisfaction. She draws energies. Technique. Whatever you do, cause and effect. Karma is what? Not punishment. I always tell you, karma is an action. So every act we do, we will get reaction. Cause and effect. Effect. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. That is exactly karma. If you go with great interest, if you do with full passionation, if you are totally there, then you draw energies wherever you are. In books in Ramayana, what did they say? Sita was taken away to Lanka. She sat under a tree. She was always crying. In our televisions also they show always crying. How many hours can someone cry here? It will become empty. But recently when they released the book Sita and there they clearly explained Sita did not cry there. She happily meditated there. Even in a place where everybody is Rakshasas, even if they put you there, if you decide to be happy, you will always draw energies. Otherwise, if you decide to suffer, you will always lose energy. So, there is a statement by Master Seth, you create your own reality. You create your own reality. Who created this reality? Any given situation, enjoyment or suffering, it is absolutely with you. Whether it is a birth or death, whether it is a success or failure, whatever it is totally in your hand, how you take it. And whatever and however you take, you are going to increase your energies or you are going to lose your energies. You have to be always with bubbling energies. How is that possible? It is possible. It's all in your mind. Make your mind. If you don't have any interest in anything, don't do it. If there is no choice, generate interest so that you won't suffer and you don't lose energy. This is the technique. This is what I have learned. Though I know my focus was more on this for past 1 week. So this 1 week, I'm enjoying my life. Whatever you do, generate interest. If something you are routinely doing, if there is no interest, you have to read books on it. Search some Google materials and read it. Why they have created this? Get some statistics. Then it will generate more interest. You know, in the world, the biggest problem many people are facing is sleep. They are unable to sleep. And best solution is breath meditation. Knowing this, it's great, right? So wherever I'm talking, if anybody is suffering from sleep, do meditation. It will reach many people because it will interest them. You must get statistics of everything. For example, if you don't have interest in cooking, go to Google and search how many people cook at home and how many people are eating at hotels in your particular town or city. They will give you some statistics that will interest you. Then you will know in which category you are. Generate interest. There are many ways you can. Whether you want to do a karma, liking or disliking, that same effect is going to come back. This is the greatest learning everybody must understand. You must have interest, you must have passion in each and everything you see, everything you touch, everything you hear, everything you think. With all your five senses, not just hands or legs. With all your five senses, if you are totally there in anything, then you draw energies, my friends. 30 minutes meditation, somebody wants to do. If you totally sit in meditation, that meditation has to be a quality meditation. Read about why we have to do meditation, what are the benefits. Though you know, again you read it. You read it now. Listen to one person experience who have done meditation, why he has done. When you hear that, when you read it, you will generate a lot of interest. In that moment, when you sit in meditation, it becomes a quality meditation, not quantity. 2 ghante, 3 ghante, 4 ghante, snoring. No, that is not meditation. Quality. 30 minutes if you sit, that should be the best meditation. 3 hours people sit, they sleep. Okay, that is also great because that is a yoga nidra. But is it a quality? When it comes to quality and quantity, if you are only looking at quantity, it means something is missing, lack of interest. Corona, okay, somebody has said, sit, okay, I have to sit. No. That is going to give you only this much of benefit where you are missing the ocean. Generate interest. So many materials available, so many videos, so many books, everything is available today at my palm, small phone. Generate interest. You love gardening, generate interest. You see how many videos are there, passionately people are doing gardening. If you see that video, you will feel like doing that. You must feel like doing. I love giving sessions because I get more clarity. I revise. This is my revision sessions. See, I hear from someone, I read from books. How should I revise? This is my revision. 29th revision session on karma topic. So I never get bored. Because every time there is a new examples, there is a new book, new point, new learnings. Where is the point of boring? If you have passionate and interest on anything, there is no point of boredom. There is no boredom, no boring on anybody, anything, any situation. You'll always enjoy, rejoice. That is when you keep on adding energy. You will increase your lifespan. Diseases will go gone, mental diseases gone, mental pressures gone, always energetic. How? You must have passionate, you must be passionate, you must have great interest in whatever you do, otherwise generate. That is the greatest secret I'm telling you today, how to be energetic always and how to draw energies from the universe. It is the karma you do. How you do? Yogaha karmaha kaushalyam. Whatever karma you do, yoga means what? To be with. When I am giving a session, this is a karma. Yogaha karmaha means I have to be with the session. Kaushalyam means with utmost perfection, with great liking. Then I draw energies from this session. You all draw because you are listening with great passion and interest. That's why I said, if you don't like, leave. No force. You are going to lose energies if you are going to stay without liking, without interest. A school में bite of physics lecturer, astro, he was sleeping, no interest. You know, in my 12th standard, one of my friend, his name is Shabir Hussain. I remember him still. The moment there is a physics session, everybody goes to sleep. He will be like very alert. Physics, wow. I asked him, what is really interesting you for in physics? I don't understand. None of us like. What is so interesting? He said his grandfather is a physics scientist. Then I asked him, like, you inspire me. Then he said, everything you see is physics. Everybody you see is a physics. Every planetary system it's placed is physics. Then the whole perception of me seeing the physics has changed. From that day, my interest has increased. So if you don't have passion in any one work, find a guy whose life is that. He will inspire you. He will inspire you. I have worked in MNCs, corporates. One guy, for him, the programming is the whole world. You take him away from the laptop, he will be sad. You make him sit in front of the laptop like he's there. But rest of the crowd I see, they just do programming. He said, why? Mechanical engineering, IT mein salary acha hai. Electronics, IT mein salary acha hai. No passion, no interest, just doing the calm. One of my classmates in engineering, his name is Aditya. He is now a data scientist in Flipkart. And one more guy, Karthik, he is a data scientist in USA. They are data guys. They love the moment they hear about data. Yeah, this sensors, this data, they are like number people. So they love, they're passionate about that work. So they draw energies. And there are few people, they do the work. What to do, sir? I have to do. Kana kapda chahiye na. We have to do. So I don't like. So what happens? The same two people put same 10 hours, 12 hours into the job. One guy drawing energies, another guy losing energies. Your choice. You watch a movie. If you don't like the movie, switch it off. Hey, ticket. Bought the ticket, it's waste. Don't sit. I have came out of many movies within 30 minutes, 40 minutes. If I don't like it, it's full of crime or something disinterest, get out of that place. Yeah, 300, 400 ticket. How should I get up? I will watch till the last. Then you are damaging yourself more. If somebody comes and sits with me, we talk, we share knowledge. If that guy is not interesting, he is talking some nonsense topics, I will start talking. Still, if he is insisting on talking something, I will leave that place because I am going to lose my energies, my friends. So it is your choice, conscious choice, that is karma. Conscious choice is karma. This is my learning today. You have to be conscious. That is what meditation will teach you. Buddha taught you what? Be very conscious on everything. Every hand movement, you have to be conscious. Your every eyesight, you need to be conscious. What it is going inside, you need to be conscious. What going inside your mouth, you need to be conscious. One of my friend comes to my hotel, one of the senior meditator. Whatever they give, he eats in the hotel. I asked him, did you check whether there is garlic or no? He said, no, I didn't check. So I asked him, go and check. And then he says, sir, there's garlic in this, sir. I don't know. For 2 years, I've been eating this. What happened to your conscious? What happened to your awareness? Why you didn't check? Most of the times, we don't check because we assume. Assumption is the worst. Assumption is the worst disease, according to me. Don't assume. Why don't you go and check it up? Don't live in assumptions. Most of the mistakes are in assumption. Do a double check. Once a madam gave me buttermilk. I asked whether there is garlic. She said yes. Even buttermilk they add garlic, Baba. Then what world we are living in? You need to check up. A dish came. I asked whether there is mushroom. They said yes. You need to check. You need to check in everything. That is mindfulness. Otherwise, fused mind. Whatever you put, you gaze. You are not an animal. You have sixth sense. You have fifth sense. You must know what you are eating, how much you are eating. TV dekar. Okay, a plate. Then it's not conscious eating. You lose energy. See, the food has gone in, but you are losing energy. But if you enjoy the food and eat, you get the food energy and also the cosmic energy. This is the secret, my friends. The next 1 week, do this. Live a conscious living. Conscious living. Don't force anybody, because when you force anybody, what happens? Because you are a mother, you are a father, you are a grandparent. You force. There are small kids or your daughter-in-law. She cannot fight back, so they will do without interest, and they are going to lose energy. If you interfere into others' life, what is the definition of interference? Somebody don't like something, you are forcing them to do, that is interference. Definition of interference. They are happily doing something, you stop them. Because when they are drawing energies, you are stopping. Then what a big karma is that? That fellow is happily painting. He is happily singing. He is drawing his energies. You go on it. How much time will you draw? Take your mathematics book and read. Gone. You stopped his energy flow. Now what happens? You are unnecessarily forcing him to do something. He is going to read that. He's like, what is this? Why should I read? The moment you say take mathematics, if he says yes, I will take, it means he has understood why he has to read mathematics. You have to generate interest. You have to show him videos. You have to tell why mathematics is important. Generate interest, then you don't need to force anybody. You don't need to motivate anybody. If you are able to generate interest, what I do in my sessions, I generate interest in meditation. That's all I do. I generate interest about meditation in people. This is what I have been doing. People should know why I should do meditation. You will get free energy. Road mein kabhi like free means you will run. Why when you sitting home, why we are not taking free energies? Spend little time, close your eyes, observe the breath. You get more energy. Who doesn't want it? Meditation is for energy. First point. Third eye, astral traveling is all second, third, fourth. This is very, very important. This is what I love. This is what my life is. Conscious living. Conscious living. You should enjoy. If there is no enjoyment, energy is gone. You cannot get it back. So today, the 30 minutes I have taken only to explain this concept because our minds needs more grinding. A raw rock, we need to chisel, tick, tick, ting, 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 ting. Then a beautiful statue comes out. Our mind is rotten. We need to keep on hitting the same truth. Then it gets into a very good shape. I'll tell you one more secret. If you get any disease, what happens? Immediately mind is sad. आ गया, कैंसर आ गया, कोरोना आ गया. You suffer. But what is happening to the body and what is happening to the soul? They are like, halle balle. Wow, a new disease has come, a new guest has come. Let us experience it. The body is enjoying. All the cells in your body is in a new experience. They are fighting with it. It's growing, evolving. The soul is like, wow, it's a new experience. It's not available in the higher world. It is in the earth. So welcome that new earth. The DNAs get improvised. The cell system gets improvised. But the mind, sir, this must go away. What should I do? It should go away, go away. Give me pyramid crystal. This should go away, go away. Your mind always wants it to go away. Your body and soul always wants it. You must understand the science. Disease aa gaya, okay. It is going to be there for 1 month or 1 year. You can't do anything. If you enjoy, you will draw even energies at that time. If you suffer, it is going to suck the energies out of you. Again, here it's a karma, conscious choice. What you do, how. The one who doesn't enjoy his problems, he will lose energies. If something great happens, everybody is happy. That is common. But if something happens opposite of what you think, even there you should enjoy. What is that? Those are results. Karmanyevadikaryashe ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't expect any results. Do your karma to the best. Accept everything happily. Sometimes you will not get even one fruit. Sometimes you will get a whole tree. Okay, I am aiming for one fruit. I am working. End result, whatever it is, let me enjoy. Don't suffer. No guilt feeling. That is one virus which is going to sit worse than COVID. Sit in your head and continuously eat you. Guilt. Guilt is a great virus. I was shocked when one lady came and she said 20 years ago she did a mistake. She's crying now. 20 years you are holding it in the mind. Oh my God. I said, don't have anything. First, forgive yourself. First, forgive yourself. All our moral science will teach how to forgive others. Spiritual science teaches forgive yourself first. Okay, I have done. Let me face the karma. Let me get out of the guilt. No guilt feeling. Because if you have guilt, every moment you are losing energy. That's a conscious choice. That is a karma you are doing. If you are able to forgive yourself, you'll be able to easily forgive others. Experiment. No guilt feeling. It will drain your energies. Without energies, it's like no petrol in the vehicle. You cannot drive. If you want petrol, you want more energy, always be a conscious living. Enjoy what you do. Be it book reading. Don't cry. Enjoy, no? Once, my Guruji said, Patriji, one great learning. Senior Master Girija Rajanji and Patriji went to some session. One lady was talking on some subject. Patriji was very interestingly listening for 30 minutes. This Girija madam was in confusion. That lady is talking nonsense. I'm unable to hear that. I am like, when this lady will get out of the stage, and this Patriji is enjoying it. She was baffled. All her words are nonsense, and how a person is enjoying. She suffered for 30 minutes. He was enjoying for 30 minutes. After the session, this Madam Ji asked Patriji, what made you so interested in the topic? What did you learn and how were you enjoying? He said, I didn't listen. And she asked, like, then what are you seeing? I am looking at the beauty of her. Beauty, hair beauty, eyebrow beauty, eyes beauty, lips beauty, ear beauty. He is enjoying because the subject is boring, but the object is interesting. He is enjoying the object. But this lady is suffering because the subject is boring. She lost energy, he gained energy. Kya baat? Every situation you have choice. My friend, every situation you have choice. So what you want, you can take. What will interest you? What is interesting there? You take that. My kid was watching one fellow for a long time. I said, what is so interesting? He said, he is not interesting. He had some pen, no, that is interesting to me. He was watching continuously on the pen. He wants that to experience it. See? So even our eyes, what it is looking, no? Whether you to lose energy or gain energy. Our ears, when it is listening, lose energy or gaining energy. When we speak, losing energy or gaining energy. When we touch, losing energy or gaining energy. When we work, losing energy or gaining energy. This is karma, cause and effect. What you give, so you. What you sow, so you reap. You're sowing what? Your time, your attention, your focus. You're sowing something, and that exactly what you sow, you will reap. Chalo, 40 minutes I have taken to explain this concept. Baskara. Not more than this. One mandala, no, 40 minutes, 41 minutes exactly now. I'm only talking about how to gain energy. Enough. Now we will get into Michael Singer points. Okay, we must learn from everybody. That is our first thumb rule. The first important point in our analysis is to note that cause and effect is the most basic of all the universal law. Fantastic, right? So today I am in earth dimension. Tomorrow I will be in fourth dimension or fifth or eighth or ninth. But wherever you go, whichever world, whichever law comes, the fundamental and base law, whatever dish you prepare, roti or rice is base. Whatever you want to write, a pen is a base, a paper is a base. Whichever law is there in the universe, the basic law is what? Law of cause and effect. That is law of karma. Whichever law, I don't care. Everything comes second and third. The first and foremost is what? Law of cause and effect. So we are learning one basic law which will be there even after I die, even after I leave this body. Okay, what else? The law of karma is so basic, very simple, even layman will understand. If I ask what is karma, is simple agriculture. Whatever the seed you sow, that plant comes out. Very simple, easy to understand. I'm just looking into certain points to see which is interesting to me, because if there is no interest, what will happen? We will lose energy. Okay, so some accident happened to someone or us in the crossroads. What we immediately say? First, you will think, whose face did I see in the morning, the moment I woke up? Yeah? Who was the first person I saw in the morning? So start the blame game. And then you use a word called bad luck. Luck. coincidence, luck. All these words are very unscientific. It is not there. Coincidence, luck is not there. I am not lucky, you are not lucky. If you think there is luck, if you think something, hey, coincidentally I met you, no. Everything happens with a reason. If you don't understand, you simply say coincidence. You say bad luck, good luck. Accident happened, bad luck. Nothing happened, good luck. There is no accident. The law doesn't allow anything to be an accident. It's an incident. So next time someone hits some vehicle, then what do you call? Kya ho gaya? Accident? Nahi, incident. Change the vocabulary. It's an incident. It happened for a reason. We may know, we may not know. That is secondary, but it always happens for a reason. If we don't understand, we simply label it as accident and another label, bad luck. There is no luck. You create your own reality. If you want greater things to happen in your life, do good karmas. Then automatically great works will happen. If something has happened, first you think that, okay, some karma is gone, I'm happy. Some disease has come, okay, some karma got downloaded. This will go away, I'm happy. So there is not a random event. Everything happens. But you can change the course. You can change the reality by doing greater good karmas. Then you can totally come out of all this karmic life cycle. I am out. I am out of karmic cycle. Not just a plain statement, I know. I am out of this bad karma and good karma, Baba. I am enlightened. So what? I want everybody to be that. Everyone. Leave all the balances. Get out of that karmic balances. If you are not enjoying what you are doing, you are losing energy. This is the takeaway for the day. Every single occurrence is essentially outcome of all the causative factors operating within the system. Within the system. Somebody is always angry. You know what is the reason? They will not agree. They have a lot of fears. You observe. Somebody is always shouting. You know what is this? They are telling that they are suffering inside. Somebody is always yelling, shouting for even the smallest, tiniest things. Why? They are telling you in an indirect way that they are suffering inside. You sit and talk with them, they will open up. Unnecessarily nothing happens. But what we see may not be the right thing. We have to go behind the scene and see why they are behaving like that. Then you will understand the big picture. Okay. Okay, we will see one more example. If we roll one marble in a stationary one, we can say the behavior of the first was cause. And the resultant behavior of the second, effect. But what happens sometimes when you roll a marble, it may not go straight. The second time it may go cross. The third time it may stop. The same thing you do again, the results may not be the same. This is what he's trying to say. Michael A. Singer, one of the beautiful authors. You must read his books. The same karma I do, I cannot expect the same results again because there are many factors. The same Rava Laddu last time you did and now you did it taste same? Same measurements you do, still there will be slight change. If you ask any scientist, they will tell there are many factors: time, temperature, pressure, the mood of the person, so many factors. will affect the results. This is a whole scientific community, they know that. When I went to a water scientist, whatever experiment we do, he used to always have a gadget next to it. Okay, so I'm also a scientist, right? So I also bought this. So this is a small device. This will show what? The room temperature, the humidity, everything. It will always show. So every experiment he kept this next to it and he used to take photographs. I was wondering, what is this? He said, even there is the slightest humidity change. Now it is what, 67%. Here it is wet. Even if it is 66.9, the result will be different. Even if it is 67.1, the result will be different. Even if the temperature now it is 29.5, even if it is 29.6 or 4, the result will be different. Now you understand, my friends, every karma we do, the action, the results is not in our hand. The amount of light, for example, I did an experiment with sprouts and pyramid. In one place, it was highly satisfying, great results. In another place, the results were good, but it is not so satisfying. What is the difference? The amount of light that comes in, the amount of air, the temperature, the humidity, the pressure, the climate, the energies, the intention. There are so many factors that is influencing the results. So we can never understand what will be the outcome. If that is the case, then why do you even expect some results? What do I have in the hand? The best possible action. Let me do it. Don't expect results. Then you can be happy. That's what I do. When I was starting this session today, there were 20 people. Now there are 70. It may go up to 100 or there'll be only one person. The results is not in my hand. There's so many factors. You may like the examples I say, you may like the subject, or you may get bored, you may leave. Anything will happen. What meditation has done to my mind is, it has made my mind like a sand. Take any shape, not the hard rock. It has made it as like a pure sand. I'll take any shape. It means accept anything and everything and everybody instantly, not after 1 day or 1 hour. Because if you don't accept, there is what? A rejection. If you don't accept, what happens? There is a resistance. Then what happens? You will lose energy. When you lose energy, you attract antibodies. You will attract bacteria, virus, whatever it is, you will attract. If the energy is low, you will attract all the diseases. If the energy is high, everything will go away. You go to a forest, if you see a bear, what happens? The first thing that comes is, the bear is going to attack me. Because all the YouTube videos, movies you have seen, the bear attacking. Immediately what you will think? I have to lie down like a dead. The bear will leave me. Right? Everybody has the same in the mind. I met a yogi. His name is Sun Yogi. Umashankarji. He went to a forest. He was meditating. When he opened the eyes, he saw a bear in front of him. Fully grown, 6 feet or 8 feet. You know what that bear did to him? It fall on the legs of Umashankarji to take Ashirwad. When you are meditating, okay, when a snake comes and stand in front of you, only 4 inches distance, what happens? Obviously, there will be no thoughts, right? All your thoughts will vanish. Empty mind. That moment, if anybody have thoughts, just keep a live snake in front of you and meditate. No thoughts. But you are able to reach that state with fear. That is not right. I tell people, take a snake, keep it in front of you. You will not get any thoughts. Mind is blank. But that state you reached with fear. That is not good. You should reach that state with bliss. That is right. If your aura is good, golden color, The snake will come and stand on you like this. If your aura is bad, it will kiss you and leave. You want to test your spiritual strength? Don't do that. I'm just giving an examples of real life, like what happened for the people who meditate in the forest. Okay, so let's look into some more points. In the respect of relationship is analogous to the law of gravity. Law of gravity, what? You throw something, it comes back. There's no incident where you throw and it has never come back. Depend upon the weight of the object or your atmosphere, the time taken to come back will delay. The time taken will delay. The law of gravity is exactly like law of karma. The cause, the effect will come today or tomorrow. Whenever it wants, it will come. You throw something on the air, it will reach to a point, but when it reaches that ultimate point where that cause is over, then the effect will start. Exactly like law of gravity, relative masses. If you know this, the physics will be interesting to you. Reflection, refractions. We all read that without understanding, only for marks. So obviously it will be boring. Okay, let's see if we have any other points. Okay, law of karma operates in all levels of creation. Not only one section or one part. It works in all levels of creation, everywhere in the universe. Law of karma works. So when I am in the earth, in this physical body, if I learn to respect others, not to interfere into their personal affairs, then the same quality gets developed in my soul. So wherever I go in the universe, I will not disturb anyone. I will not interfere anyone. If you pinpoint others, if you poke others, if you say you are not good, you are not doing this, then everything is interference. If you want them to learn, you be an example, they will automatically learn. People don't want to do that. Gandhiji has a beautiful example. I've told this many times. One mother wants the kid to stop eating too much of sugar. She has taken the kid to Gandhiji and said, my daughter is eating too much of sugar. Why don't you tell her? He said, come after 2 days. After 2 days, when the mother went, Gandhiji said, don't eat sugar. But mother said, you could have told the same thing 2 days ago. Why are you telling after 2 days? He said, first I need to stop. Otherwise, my words will not be spells. If your words has to become a spell, when you talk, it has to like mantra, then you must be following that. I met a celebrity. He secretly took me to one place and said, Swamiji, what I am talking, I am not that inside. I'm talking great wisdom words, but inside I'm not that. He secretly told me and said, don't tell to anybody. That's why I'm not revealing the name. So he told me that. So I said, no need, no problem. You are speaking like a great wisdom man, like a lip yogi. The yoga and all the knowledge is only in the lips. Inside it is not there. But meditation will bridge it. He knows what is truth, but he's not that inside. But meditation will gap that bridge. You must be inside and outside the same, not acting in front of cameras, not acting in front of somebody. It will not be there for long. People will come to know. Whatever you are inside, that same thing should come out. Then you don't need to do any veshas. Don't need to do any actings. You can just live. 2 weeks ago, I met a madam. She was like continuously complaining, and I hate listening complaints. I said, if you have so much of complaints, why don't you directly go to the guru and talk? She said, no. How can I go and talk to him? How can I say all these things? I said, do you think the guru is not with us right now? Only in the physical form, if you see the Guru, you think the Guru is here. Then she was like dumbstruck. I told her, in front of him or without his physical presence, I am one and the same. I am one and the same. I'll be like this. Wherever it is, I'll only speak truth. Not afraid. You must bridge that gap. That is also a conscious karma, conscious choice you must take. You must take choices. You must not leave everything. Result, you leave it. Effort, don't leave it. Don't, if somebody sits not doing anything else, that universe will take care. What universe will take care? Universe will give you effect. Cause, who must do? When you are in this physical body, when you have hands, legs, eyes, what are you doing? Don't sit like a lazy duck. Don't sit lazy. Because these hands are for working, the legs are for walking, the eyes for reading, the ears for to great hearing. The mouth is to speak the wisdom. You are taken a physical body. Don't say the universe will take care of. Universe will take care of effects. Cause, who will do? You must do. The karma you must do. Effects, the universe will take care. If you are not doing anything sitting, there is always learning, because the eye sees, the ear listens, the hand little at least movement, there will be little. But it should be great. Don't compromise for little learning, little lives. No, you must have abundance. Whatever field you take, there should be abundance. Otherwise, leave that field. Don't be in that. Don't limit it. It's all in one system. The entire universe is at physical, emotional, and mental planes. Only three. Physical, mental, emotional means physical body, etheric body, astral body. The whole universe is governed by these three things. From causal body, leave it. Those are higher bodies. That's a different subject. But what we are seeing immediately is our body, physical body, our emotions, and our thoughts. These are very important. And who is governing all these things? When I start my bike, I immediately remember I need to wear a helmet. When I'm in the car, immediately I will remember I need to wear a seat belt. Who is governing this? The government has given me rules. There's a governing body. And place to place it changes. But in law of karma, there is no change. Everywhere it is one and the same. So your physical body, your emotions, your astral, who is governing it? Law of cause and effect. That governs. That takes care. It is watching you. You cannot escape. It will come back. The effect will come back. The universe will give it to you. When, where, how, depends on so many factors, like how we do a research. Application of karma. So knowledge we have, okay, apply. Today, whoever raises the hand after the session, I'm going to ask questions to you. Have 3 questions ready. So before raising the hand, be ready for the answers. 3 questions, everybody I'm going to ask. It is hard, first when we see, to apply law of karma and everything, it may be looking very hard. How, sir, how to apply? Now you said don't interfere, somebody other, how to develop, how to apply? It may be very hard initially. But if you must only do one thing, keep on remembering. Law of compensation, you write. In whichever language you understand. Law of effect, law of karma, law of compensation, law of reflection. Then you will understand. Remember, remember, remember. Remembrance is the key. What is remembrance? It's one truth. You keep on applying to the mind. Hey, this is truth. Hey, this is truth. The mind says something, you say, no, this is truth. The mind will say, see, that guy has cheated you. You also cheat him. You said, no, the truth is law and cause and effect. I don't know whether he has created a fresh karma or I am paying back. I don't know. I don't need to know. But what I must do? If somebody is harming me, it may be a fresh karma he is doing. In that case, if I don't react, he will come and compensate for it, now or after 500 or 5,000 years. But in turn, if I have given suffering to him, he is paying back. In that place also no reaction, because that balance will get over. In both the cases, you have advantage. But if you react, you open a new account. Who asked you to open new account? Don't open new accounts. Apply the truth. What truth? I am not the body. I am a soul experiencing human life. Tomorrow I forget. What should I do? Again remember. Day after tomorrow, again remember. Thursday, remember. Friday, remember. Saturday, remember. Sunday, no holiday. Sunday also remember. I am not the body. I am a soul. Wake up in the morning. Okay, I am alive today. I am still alive. Before going to bed, today may be my last day. Finish off everything. Aram se. You sleep. Wake up in the morning. Okay, I am alive. Fresh day. One fellow was telling, last week some incident happened. I said, it is past life. Leave it. Immediately he said, oh wow. It went, because the moment I say past life, he is able to leave it. See, everything is in the mind. He is giving me suffering. That is past life. Yesterday is past life for me. If anybody can see yesterday as past life, they will be the most happy. If I come and say, Anuradha madam, in past life you did not give me money, does it make any sense? If I say, Tila madam, past life you have hurt me, you like say, past life what, sir? We don't even remember. Yesterday is a past life for me. Sugandha madam will say, Ayappa sir not picking my phone. It's past life. He's not replying to my message. Past life. Today matters. Today matters. If you are able to leave it, chalo, chod de. Leave. Then you are in the present life. Very logical, very simple. Law of cause and effect. It's a compensation principle. When somebody spit on Buddha's face, Ananda became angry. Buddha said, Baba, stop, don't interfere. It is between me and that fellow. There is a compensation principle happening. Why are you poking your hand? Why are you poking your nose? Don't get into these affairs. Please stay on the side. You may have great love on me, but doesn't mean some compensation is happening here. You don't come and complicate it. Don't complicate karmas. Support people, but don't interfere. Don't mix everything. I told someone, go and request. Whatever you want, request, don't demand. You know what that fellow did? She's actually demanding him. I'm requesting. Do you want to do or no? So, demanding also, they feel it is like requesting. How many times should I request? That is not request, Baba. That is demanding. You're shouting, you're yelling, you're forcing. No, sir, I'm requesting. He's not still doing. Request is like Vinamrata. With Vinamrata, you ask. You yell and shout and you convert it. It's like our own colloquial language. Our own way, we convert everything, mix everything. Truth is very simple. Okay, what else we have for today? Complaints. So all these words are so beautiful, not today. Gone. Already people are like, you said about non-interference, how to implement. You said about no guilt, how to make it go away. Now again, I'm bringing one more point, complaining. Okay, with complaining, we will end the session today. Okay, complaint box. Okay, complaint box. So everybody, whoever thinks they have a lot of complaints about anybody, any situation, about their own life, have a box and a piece of paper and pen. Whenever you have complaints, write it, fold it, put it in the box. Okay, and the universe will hear you. That's all. Forget. and ensure that box doesn't reach someone. Write your complaints and put it in the box. So what happens? It is gone out of your head. At least do that. I don't have complaints about anybody. What is complaining? You have certain expectations, you have certain setups, and if somebody comes in, your expectation is something and their action is different, then there is a complaint. They interfere into your life. See, all this time I'm telling, don't interfere into others' life. But there's another chapter is, what if people interfere? People will interfere. If people interfere, what you should do? Just see only one thing, they are ignorant. They're ignorant. That is why their actions are like that. Forgive them immediately. If you add the word there, what word? Ignorance, you will be able to easily forgive. Otherwise, no. Gone. Your peace of mind is gone. You take the disturbance inside. Nobody can disturb you without your permission. Gandhiji's words. One lady said, sir, he is yelling at me, he's shouting at me, I'm getting anger. I said, what if he's a 2 years kid? They are chota, no, they are very ignorant. In the soul wise, they are also ignorant. See, I always tell, when you are complaining, the first person who is listening to your complaint is who? 3 inches away. Your own ears. 1, 2, 3. 3 inches away, this first fellow who is listening, it will go inside the sound box. This is okay, this output, this is the input. It will go in. After going in, what happens? People say, hey, you take in, you leave it here. I don't know that logic, I have not understood. This is not like a bullet, no, it goes in, it comes out. Take it here, leave it here. But what happens when you hear something? Who is hearing? We think only our mind, right? No, trillions and millions of cells inside your body is also listening. And that moment, if you don't speak truth or apply truth, what happens? The cells will start believing that. So this whole body is governed by cause and effect. There is a cause that happened, but you did not apply the truth. When somebody speaks untruth, I always speak truth. Not to prove a point that they are wrong, to tell my own system that is not true, this is truth. Now you understand why we should speak truth. Not to prove that you are enlightened, not to show your greatness. We must speak truth because our system has heard something untruth. If I don't speak the truth, my system will never understand. Somebody comes and they will give some untruth to my kid. What he will do, he will look at them and he will look at me. Because he wants to see, whom should I believe, you or him? Then I said, that is his experience. But in reality, my experience, my truth is, I have to educate him, I have to give my knowledge. But if I keep quiet because I feel shy that the other person may get hurt, then what is happening? The untruth is going there. Make hay while the sun shines. When it is hot, hit it. No shy, Baba. Wherever it is. Cutthroat. Other person will understand. They may get anger, no problem. But if the untruth is spoken, you have to speak the truth. It is for your own system, your own cells. See, we all want to evolve as a person, as in the business, as in the family, as in the job. Everywhere we want to evolve, get promotion, more money, more. Inside our body, the trillions of millions of cells, they also want to evolve. Every cell wants to become a brain cell. They all want to reach the brain. And there are so many dead cells inside us. Meditation will activate all of them. And they are continuously listening. You are the boss. You are a walking universe. I see everybody as a walking universe. Then where is complaint? If I'm complaining, I am giving a wrong instruction to millions of myself and also about that person to another person. One universe is complaining about another universe to another universe. Great karma. Certain truths we will know. Immediately, why we are not able to implement? Because the millions and trillions of cells should get first understand, no? It has to change. Only then the change will come. One universe complaining about another universe to another universe. Whether it is a male or female or kid or elder, doesn't matter. One universe complaining about another universe to another universe. You see, and why? Well, where will be the complaints? It will vanish. Don't be a complaint box. Throw away everything about everybody in the dustbin. Be happy. Then you enjoy. If you have a problem with anybody, the moment you see or the moment you meet them, what happens? The moment you are in their presence, all these things will be running in your head. So anything you do there, you drain your energy. There, if you apply the truth, see that, okay, they are baby souls, they are ignorant, they will learn. Then immediately your mind will get calm, cool. Then you are happy there. If I have problem with anybody, the first thing I do is I talk to them, I go and meet them, I sit with them. I'll try to resolve, because not for great relationships, for my own universe. If I change, I can change the world. The change has to first start inside us. Very easy to pinpoint others, very easy to complain, but very difficult to change because the direction is opposite. Thank you, my dear friends. Today, the greatest lesson what we all have learned, including me, is conscious living, passionate living, live with full of joy. Then you are called energetic person. Otherwise, you are called diseased person. Choice is yours, cause and effect. Thank you, my dear friends. Now we will take Q&A. Okay, just before we jump into all these hands rising, let me see if we have any interesting questions. Interesting questions. See? Okay, one question somebody asked. If you're constantly checking, we are in the start of enjoyment or alertness. Will you be enjoying life? Constantly checking. Checking what? If you mean to say complaining about others, if you are enjoying, does it mean you should not check? And people are complaining about the others. There are people who enjoy that, but it is damaging your system. You need to understand. Consciously enjoy. Yes, if you are very conscious, there won't be any guilt, because whatever you will fix, you will fix that. Then you will not suffer. How to develop non-interference? There is no need to develop. It is not a quality. Non-interference is an act. It's a karma. You don't need. It's not a quality to develop. It's not a singing where you practice and you become a great singer. No, non-interference. It's an act. You must stop the moment your hand or your nose goes. Your knowledge has to stop you. It is an act. It's a karma. By understanding, you will understand. Dead cells, we will talk about it later, madam. After your son's examination, you attended this session. So your son, oh my God, I can understand what happened to him. Okay, Anuradha ji, first participant today.
Hi, Ayappa.
Hi, hello, madam.
Ayappa, I raised my hand so that you will ask me some question.
What is karma according to you?
Karma?
What is karma according to you? First question.
According to me, karma is an action. I will not say whether it's good or bad. It is an action.
Good.
My actions.
So, in recent times,
Yeah.
where did you apply karma?
In recent times where I applied karma is, yes, I was deprived from opportunity where I should have got one certain property, I mean, registered. But due to a third person's interference, it almost went. Then I really took it very calm and cool. I mean, thinking it is not there in my this thing. So my sons and all, they almost went to fire them. So many things wanted to happen in between. But I cooled them, and I really tell you, when I told them, okay, this land is destined to you, take it. I told my son, just come, let's go back. And that is where I used my karma as a good action, because I know what he has done is wrong. And I never wanted to think or complain to anything about it. But you know what happened, Ayappa? Just a couple of days back, the same person came through my lawyer. He could not face me. He said, no, I made a mistake listening to others. I shouldn't have done that. And he took back his papers, everything, and he went back saying that, let Madam Moli go ahead with this transaction.
Wow.
That's all, that's finished. Then I told my family members, see, unnecessarily that day, it would have created a scene on the land site and all. You know, one thing, Ayappa, after listening to great masters like you, and at least before I had little short-tempered, and you know, I used to, whatever it is, my past is there little bit haunting me. Like those days, I was not this good. Okay, like I was little bit short-tempered, tit for tat mentality. Okay, you know, when I was in business and all, you slap me, I'll slap you twice. It's like that. But I have changed quite a lot. But somewhere,
You slap
sometimes
me, I slap you twice.
twice. No, but somewhere, you know, so so that used to you know, it used to come out. But I will tell you, you have to accept it or this thing. After taking your sessions from last 7-8 months, I've totally, I even left all that. Now, after so many years of meditation and all, as you said, taking good energies, avoiding bad energies. And this topic, I really, even Patriji, I heard him saying that personally. Mukku chudu, mukkandam chudu. He was singing one song, Kallu chudu, kallandam chudu. He was seeing that lady for that half an hour, her beauty, her saundaryam.
Yes.
I also remember that. I have not forgotten the way. That's true. So I also amplify all this. So that is what one thing about is, you do good karma, the result, I don't wait for the result, whether it comes or not. See, mine is like happy-go-lucky, Ayappa.
Yeah.
I don't look back and see what has happened. Did I just go along with the flow? It's coming, let it come. It's going, let it go. Coming, no happiness; going, no sorrowness. So with that type of attitude, no, as you said, really we don't have anything. And I don't mingle with like, you know, wrong energies.
Yes.
People, because I have no time, to be very frank. I indulge with all the spiritual work, spiritual books, wonderful books I have given. I have no time. I have to do all this. So I have no time to think about any, you know, wrong energy people, whether let it be my relations or friends and all. I keep them. If they say something also, I don't, it doesn't even touch me.
Perfect.
I just go along. But my this thing is, what I do, I do.
That's it.
If I think it's correct, it's correct. It might be wrong for others, but I feel okay, it is one experience. I don't break, I don't put my mind to it.
Fantastic, ma'am. My third question was, what is your message to others? Even that you have answered.
Aeroplanes are going on top.
Yeah. So my third question would be, what is your message to others? Even that you have answered.
I've already answered. Just be happy-go-lucky. Don't think the past. As you said, see, that is what why I really like your session is almost in every session you're saying something which is very much related, like what I do. Everything is a past for me.
Yeah.
As we have something has happened, okay, forget it. Something is up, forget it. I don't even keep it in mind. I'll just go because, as you said, be with full energy. That is my policy. Today, I really loved your session. I really feel like hugging you. You know why? Because from morning 7, 6:30, 5 o'clock after my meditation, I'm always energetic. I start with my dance. I'll start with my aerobics, my yoga, my spiritual this thing. And even when I'm doing kitchen work, cooking also, because nowadays I started cooking myself, as Patriji said, no, even then I have a cook. Whenever I'm free, I do my own cooking.
Yeah.
I put the Bluetooth on. As I'm doing my cooking, mine will be either listening to your old karma incarnation, some doubts. I'll on that. Otherwise, listen to some other masters or I have some affirmations, very good affirmations. I'll be repeating that. So where is the time question for me to think anything else? So that's why I feel I'm really leading a very calm and cool, no time thinking about all this non-energies, not
You
good energy.
inspired every one of us today. With all your great applications. Thank you,
That is why I raised my hand first. I really wanted to know what question, because only when you question me, because I'm still a learner.
Yes,
I'm learning. I'm learning from all great masters like you. So I really wanted to know where do I stand also. So, and especially I like to be questioned by you, like Patriji sir, because I 100% I know, I trust, I am a glass in front of you.
yes,
So there's nothing for me to hide. There's absolutely nothing. So I'm really open. I'm an open book. For other people, I might justify myself. But with you and Patriji, that's why I really like to go in front of Patriji or with you, because I know you know what it is. So I can come
Thank
with
you,
an open
ma'am.
mind and go with it.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So nice of you. Yes. Sneha. Is it you? Yes. Sneha Sharma.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes.
What is karma according to you?
Great. I also actually raised my hand for answering your questions. Yeah, so karma is everything. No, after coming to your sessions, I feel that there is nothing which I can disrelate to karma. It is like whatever I'm doing, even thinking, doing everything, it's so much it's the law which is governing everything. So every day I'm listening to it, like everything we're doing, everything around us, I feel that it is karma reincarnation going everywhere, and I am learning from everything and actually applying everything whatever I'm learning here. So yeah.
Very nice. So, where did you apply law of karma in the recent times?
Just like every time, any situation that is coming before me, it's like, okay, very recently is guilt. It is there. So every time to let go something, like a very recent is this one key. A other person is very much trying to let me down. Ki, yeah, you're doing this, you're doing that, and this is not good, and this is not right. But every time I go with my intuition, whatever it is saying, if I'm feeling to do it, and okay, even if I know that I have done a mistake, the very moment ki I am not guilty, and that other people are saying how you can do this, and not feel sorry, and every day, even if I'm telling sorry for the sake of others, I am not having that inside me. I don't want. Even earlier, I don't used to say sorry also. कि ठीक है, I did it, now what? Next what? I have to all have to move forward. This is the first thing. So even just like your complaints you said. So I don't complain. There was once when I complained very recently. I complained to one of the master, and then the phone cut off. And I was telling and chattering the complaints, and it cut off. Like he didn't listen what I told. And when we reconnected, I said, you know, nothing. that was my mistake that I was telling. I should now look forward, like what I can do. So this is something like but yeah, I cannot tell one point that where I have used this karma, this thing
Very nice.
every time, I'm just remembering your things and I'm doing it.
What is your message to all of us?
This only, just keep moving and look forward, and whatever, just like the past life. Even one hour back is a past life. We cannot do what we can do now. Now is in our hand. That's why I always think that way. I always want myself to do the same, and this is the message.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Nehaji. Thank you very much. Hilaji, what is karma according to you?
Vanakkam, Master. First, my apologies. I missed the first part. I just came and joined about 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago. Okay. For me, karma is action and reaction. For every action, there is a reaction.
Very
That
nice.
is my understanding of it.
Where did you apply law of karma in the recent times?
That is a bit tough to answer, actually. I think it's like happening daily. Every kind of action, there is a reaction. So there is always something to, bring it up.
So in the recent times, any situation came, did you remember law of karma?
No, Master. I
No.
really cannot answer that question because I didn't know.
Okay, you will. So what is your message to all of us?
Be happy, enjoy life. I just, the last part I heard about the conscious living, and actually I'm trying to do that now, being very conscious with it, my thoughts, words, and action. Be happy.
Very nice. So certain people think by living consciously, you will not enjoy.
Not really, Master. For me, I feel that, when we are talking also, talk consciously. Because when we are unconscious with the word, and the law of karma, the karma happens. When you say something bad, immediately someone will definitely say something bad to me too. So I am trying to be very conscious of that. It's a bit difficult. I'm telling you, it's very, very difficult. Very difficult.
I am making everybody's life difficult.
So what I normally do is when there are some kind of conversation going on, I keep quiet first. I don't react. I'll think about it, and then only I slowly open my mouth. So that I'm doing.
Fantastic, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Master. I have one question.
Oh,
Affirmation. Yes. Affirmation. Master, I'm really looking for a house. From last year, I've been looking for a house. And you told me that when you have that thought, just put it to universe, and the universe will give it to you. But I find the universe is answering my request very slowly, because I have my daughter's wedding coming. I really have to move into a new house. So
I'll tell you what happened in my life. From 2007 until last year, 13 years I stayed in the same house. One rented house, 13 years. I always want to change, but whenever I take a decision, I go when I see something doesn't work out, I again come back. The moment I come back to the house, I'll see, no, this house is better. So it's not that I don't try. I always try. I go, I see, I go until the last point. In every work I do, how I think is, I don't sit and think. I jump into action. For example, if I want to start a new project, a lot of people sit and do brainstorming. A lot of people Google and take all the stats. I don't do that. What I do is, I first give a title to the project. All the people who am I going to involve. I will get into it until the end point of execution. I will first get into it. Just before that final launch, I will see how my body, mind, and soul is reacting. If there is any disturbance, if there is any confusion, I hold it. Otherwise, I'll execute. So if you want to change the house, you should not wait for the universe. You should not keep on sitting and giving affirmations. You must be a woman of action.
Yes, I'm doing that.
Take it, go there, look into that house as if you have decided, speak about the advance, everything. At the nth moment, when you are about to give the advance, just come back to your house and see, is this better or that better? You will definitely get the answer.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
And if you are anywhere you are not able to take a decision, stay where you are.
Yes, that's what you told me last time.
After 13 years, when I went to this house, I clearly know this is the next place I'm moving on. I closed it that day. No looking back. And no change to that past. My house, I lived for 13 years, so many memories. No. When you leave the body also, I say, bye-bye, you have to immediately leave. Don't have that attachment. Sometimes our attachment towards something will hold us. If you have attachment, a lot of people have attachment on their jewels, their own pyramids, their own house. Like people not only have attachment with their babies or husband and or wife, even they have attachment with all the objects. If let go that attachment, maybe the door will open up. You see, something may work for you.
Thank you so much, Master.
Thank you, madam, for answering. Mallikarjun sir, what is karma according to you, sir?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Today's
Yes, sir.
subject Karma Yoga. Really interesting. Example, one student sleeping in the class because before I am also same, sir. Now interesting is very, very important. I will do every day full interesting, sir. Today's lesson was very good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
What is karma according to you? I'm asking question, you are summarizing, not
Thank you,
fair. Sir, answer me. What is karma according to you?
No lessons. Yes, sir. English is not perfect. Yes, sir.
ಕನ್ನಡಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು ನಾವು ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು 100% ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಮನಸ್ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಕರ್ಮ ಸರ್. ಕರ್ಮ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫಲಿತಾಂಶ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸರ್. ಕರ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋತಕ್ಕಂಟು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸರ್ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತರಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸರ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ ಅದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಸರ್.
ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದೊಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಾನು ಕರ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಕರ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬಂದಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಆದ್ರೂ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಮ್ದು ನಾಟ್
ಕನ್ನಡಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಕನ್ನಡಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀರಲ್ವಾ?
ಅದ ಸರ್. ಕರ್ಮ ಇಸ್ ಅದು ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅತಿ ಅತಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ಸರ್. ಕರ್ಮವನ್ನು ಹೇಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಆತ್ಮದಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಬುದ್ಧಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರನ ಮೂರುವನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟುಗೂಡಿಸಿ ಏಕಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕರ್ಮದ ಅರ್ಥ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ನಾವು 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಾಟ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸರ್. 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಬಿಡಬಾರ್ದು ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 100% ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಸರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಮ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಸರ್. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ನೋ ಕರ್ಮ ಸರ್.
You given the message also to everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So much, sir.
Yes, sir. Nagabhaskar, sir.
Namaste, sir. Good afternoon.
What is karma according to you, sir?
Yeah, karma is anything that gets triggered from the mind, whether in terms of the thinking or speaking or doing. Anything that comes out of the mind is a karma. It could be a positive or negative thing.
What is in the recent times you remembered? Okay, there is something called law of karma. Let me not react. Is there any situations?
Yeah. I mean, recently my friend came with a business offer. Okay, I simply rejected it because there is some, this killing is there. Killing is involved.
Wow.
I straight away said, no, I cannot. Otherwise, I could have, definitely.
Very nice, very nice. Good, sir. And what is your message to everyone?
Yeah, I mean, very interesting, WhatsApp text I have read sometime before.
Yes.
That actually it says that, where can I contribute more is a question. Okay, the answer is humanity. So my message to the entire, all the people is, first of all, be like a good human, live happily and let others live happily. That's my message.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, one more thing I want to actually share with the entire group here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I mean, recent times I have seen too much of an intervention from the parents in the children's life in terms of anything, that they can actually do on their own, but these guys will not let them do. That's a big problem. See, when you think of our generation, right? My parents, they never came to college or school at all. I used to manage both the signatures. So
I'll
that is the
tell you-
way I manage all those things. Then why can't our generation? I mean, our children generation.
I remember one incident.
Hmm.
My sister called me, not now, like 5 years ago. My sister, son and daughter, both of them did an experiment.
Okay.
They sow a seed on the mud. My sister wants to show an experiment how the seed germinates, how the plant grows. But after 20 days also, the seed did not germinate. My sister was wondering what is happening.
Okay.
Then every day these two kids go on the top floor, they come. So one day she followed. What they were doing, every day they plug the seed out and they put back. Interference is like this.
Right. That's what we are doing.
Let the seed grow, Baba. Every day you plug it out or put it back. I remember this great joke, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right, sir.
And that question, whatever you said, no, how can I contribute? Really, it opens out. Like always, people like what I will get, what I will gain. Look at that question. How can I contribute? Fantastic, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Really, it will probe. No? How can I contribute? What should I contribute? Giving back. Suganji.
Namaste, Master. Namaste.
Namaste. What is karma according to you?
Sir, karma, according to me, is something that generates out of our actions, out of our thoughts. Manasa, vacha, both. At level of thought, level of words, level of actions, everything is karma, according to me. And also, karma is memories. That is so very much imprinted in DNA, in our minds, in I don't know how many layers. So karma is all those imprints, according to me. And yeah, Master. So that is what I think.
Where did you apply law of karma?
Yeah, Master, it has been happening to me. Actually, you are Master, you have seen things. I got so many setbacks in my life. Masters were coming and giving me blessings. And since last July, there has been a master blessing a lot. And certain bad, I got in touch with certain fake gurus and everything, you know all that. So my question, so much of blessings were coming. Recently also masters blessed me. But because constantly my mind is thinking, why did that happen to me? Why did that thing happen to me? I did not hurt that person, and even in my past lives, I made out clear, Baba, did I hurt that person in that aspect? Okay, so answer was no. Why did that happen to me? And constantly it is playing in my mind. Constantly it is playing in that, so much so that in this very room where I'm sitting and talking to you, I used to shout, like shout at the masters. Why you are not listening to me? How can that happen to me? Literally shout here. My mother would come running. Whom are you talking to? Nobody's in the room. I'm like,
you're scaring everybody at your home.
Yes, master. Yes.
Don't do that.
But I know the masters are listening somewhere.
What is your message to all of us?
Message is try to forget the past memories, because the sooner you get over the past memories, the bigger chances that whatever energies and whatever blessings you have got at this moment, plus whatever good thing is coming, you will be able to manifest in your life.
Thank you, Sumanji.
Thank you, Master. Thank you so much.
Savitri ji.
Namaste, Master.
Namaste. What is karma according to you?
Whatever happened in your life because of your karma, what you sow, that you can reap. That I know, sir. Recently times where I applied the law of karma is, my sister was engaged with the person more than 10 years. యాక్చువల్లీ నేను ఇది తెలుగులో చెప్తాను సార్, బాగా వివరిస్తాను. ఎందుకంటే అది ఇంటర్ కాస్ట్ మ్యారేజ్ అవుతుందని చెప్పేసి మేము ఆమెని పెళ్లి వద్దు అని చెప్పాం సార్. కానీ ఆ అమ్మాయి మోర్ దెన్ 10 years అతన్నే చేసుకోవాలని చెప్పేసి వెయిట్ చేసింది, మా ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళందరినీ ఒప్పించింది కూడా. వి అగ్రీ టు మ్యారేజ్ ఆల్సో. కానీ ఆ అబ్బాయి రీసెంట్ ఒక 1 week బ్యాక్ బ్రేకప్ అయిందని ఆ అమ్మాయి మాకు మెసేజ్ పెట్టినప్పుడు ఒక్క మాట కూడా మేము అనలేదు సార్ ఎవరు. కానీ ఈవెన్ మై సిస్టర్, మేము వి 3 are in మెడిటేషన్, మేము ఎప్పుడు అతని యొక్క మాట కూడా అనలేదు. వి యాక్సెప్టెడ్ ఇట్ సార్. ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ అని చెప్పి బ్లెస్ చేసాం మేము అతన్ని. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్, గుడ్ ఫర్ లైఫ్ అని చెప్పి మేము అతన్ని బ్లెస్ చేసాం సార్.
వెరీ నైస్.
అది లా ఆఫ్ కర్మ అక్కడ నేను ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేశానని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను సార్.
Exactly. Acceptance.
And one more, yes sir, and one more thing, because I have so many financial problems also. Whenever it arises me, means definitely I am accepting that one. I am not scolding any person, sir. Before coming to meditation, I was scolding why these persons are irritating me so much. వాళ్ళకి మంచి మనసు ఉందా లేదా అని చెప్పి like this I was scolding them. But nowadays I am not a person. I am accepting whatever it may come. Dear, let's come. It will go one day definitely.
What is your message to all?
Lobsang Rampa sir will tell us, sir. T. Lobsang Rampa sir will tell us, sir, the same problem will be there for after 10 years. No. Then why you are bothering about the problem now? Don't bother the same problem like that, sir. Sir, I want to give the message is the transformation has to come from inner.
Yes.
Inner, sir. అది బయట ఒక రకంగా లోపల ఒక రకంగా ఉంటే అది కాదు సార్. అది యాక్చువల్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ కాదు. ద ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ హాస్ టు కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్సైడ్. దట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు గివ్ ద మెసేజ్.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Your words and experience.
Thank you, sir.
Inspiring all of us.
Thank you, sir.
Very much. Okay, finally,
Thank you,
Anuja ji.
Hello, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for switching on the video. What is your message? I mean, first thing is, what is karma according to you?
Firstly, I want to be very true. When you said I will ask everybody 3 questions. So I was to about raise hand, I stopped. I'm being very honest.
Yes.
So I said, let me listen to the question first, then I will prepare my answer and then I will raise hand. So I will be very honest. So what is karma? Karma is action. आप हमेशा जैसे बोलते हैं, मेरे हिसाब से actions come through your thoughts. And thoughts, आपके thoughts आपके belief system से बनते हैं. अगर एग्जाम्पल दे तो अगर मेरा बिलीफ सिस्टम है कि टिट फॉर टैट करना सही है, तो मेरा एक्शन वैसे रहेगा. तो आई हैव टू वर्क ऑन माय बिलीफ सिस्टम्स. बिलीफ सिस्टम में वर्क करने के लिए आई हैव टू लिसन द विजडम एवरी डे. जैसे आपने बोला कि आपके वो सेल्स में जाना चाहिए, तो वहां पे वो चेंज आएगा. तो बिलीफ सिस्टम मेरा अगर बदल गया तो मेरा थॉट्स बदल जाएगा, थॉट्स बदल जाएंगे तो मेरे एक्शंस बदल जाएंगे. तो आई हैव वर्कड इट सर. मैं रोज विजडम सुनती हूँ और वो सुन के मेरे जहन में वो इतना बैठ गया अभी कि अगर मैं थोड़ा सा गलत भी कर लूं तो इमीडिएट आई रियलाइज कि आई हैव डन गलत, अरे इसको आगे करेक्ट करना है.
किधर आप अप्लाई कर दिया? लाइक रीसेंट टाइम्स?
यस, रीसेंट टाइम मैंने ये अप्लाई किया है. मेरी एक फ्रेंड है ऑफिस की, वो कल की ही इंसिडेंस है कि वो कि मदर इन लॉ के बारे में मुझे कुछ बोल रही थी कि शी इज डूइंग दिस, शी इज डूइंग दैट. तो फर्स्ट थिंग आई रिमेम्बर्ड कि इट इज बिटवीन देम. आई शुड नॉट इंटरफेयर. आई जस्ट लिसन टू हर, आई कंसोल हर. बट इसके पहले क्या होता था, आई यूज्ड टू थिंक अबाउट दैट पर्सन कि शी इज सो बैड एंड ऑल. सासू माँ या मदर इन लॉ कि शी इज अ बैड लेडी. Now I remembered that there is no karma between 2 of them. I should not think bad about that lady. So I actually apply everywhere, sir. And past में ऐसे हुआ है कि I was going to office by रिक्शा वाला. एक रिक्शा वाला मैंने रखा था. 2 महीने के बाद उसने मेरे से कुछ पैसे मांगे as a advance. I gave him. And then he उसके बाद कल के next day से वो गायब हो गया. वो आया ही नहीं. That time I apply कि मैंने कुछ लिया होगा शायद उससे, तो वो आके मेरे से लेके गया. उसके बाद मुझे एक भी थॉट नहीं आया सर.
परफेक्ट.
एक नहीं आया. उसके बाद और एक इंसिडेंट ऐसे हुआ था कि मेरा लड़के ने रोड में किसी को टच कर दिया गाड़ी को, उसको थोड़ा डेंट आ गया. मुझे ऑफिस में कॉल आ गया, वहां पे झगड़ा चालू हो गया. तो मेरा लड़का छोटा है तो वो डर गया कि अभी क्या करेंगे, तो मुझे उसने ऑफिस में कॉल किया. लेकिन वो टाइम पे भी मैंने वो अप्लाई किया था. दिस हैज टू हैपन. मैं जाके देखती हूँ. मैंने बहुत शांति से वो गाड़ी वाली से बात की कि आप रुकिए, मैं आ रही हूँ, जो भी है देखा जाएगा. मैं गई, उनके साथ बात करके वो भी कूल हो गए. उन्होंने मुझसे 4000 रुपीज लिए, मैंने दिए. लेकिन दैट टाइम ऑल्सो आई अप्लाइड दैट कि आई हैव टू पे. कैसे भी करके वो मेरे पास आया है. और वो इंसिडेंस मैंने किसी को बोला भी नहीं और कुछ भी नहीं. आई फॉरगेट इट. आज आपने ये पूछा तो मुझे वो 2-3 चीजें याद आ गई. लेकिन ये मेरा बिलीफ सिस्टम सर बदल गया है ना, इस वजह से आई कैन अप्लाई इट.
आपका मैसेज क्या मैडम?
वर्क ऑन योर बिलीफ सिस्टम्स. और उसके लिए विजडम रोज सुनना बहुत जरूरी है. और रोज सुनेंगे ना तो वो जहन में जाता है सर, जहन में जाता है. और वो फिर थॉट लेवल पे काम करो, पॉजिटिव थिंक करो, ये मत थिंक करो, वो नहीं करना पड़ता है. इट कम्स नेचुरली. अगर रोज रोज सुन के वो गया होगा अंदर तो रोज विजडम सुनना बहुत जरूरी है. ये मेरा सबके लिए मैसेज है. और सर और एक चीज मुझे आपसे कहनी थी. अभी जो आपने कहा था ना कि जनरेट इंटरेस्ट इन पीपल, तो कल के ही इंसिडेंट्स है कि कल मैं मेरे ऑफिस में लंच टाइम में 10 मिनट्स का सैंपल मेडिटेशन लिया. मैंने उनको कुछ भी थियोरी नहीं बोली थी. मैंने उनको सिर्फ कहा था कि हैंड्स को लॉक करो, पैरों को क्रॉस करो और मैं म्यूजिक लगाऊंगी, प्लीज ऑब्जर्व योर ब्रेथ. इतना ही बोला था फॉर 10 मिनट्स. 40 पीपल इन माय ऑफिस मेडिटेटेड इन लंच टाइम. टोटल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड से लेके सबको बिठाया सर. और उसके बाद उनको जो इंटरेस्ट आया है, फिर ये क्या है, ये कौन सा इंस्टीट्यूशन है, ये म्यूजिक कहाँ से है, हमको भेजो. सो वो मैंने अननोइंगली किया था सर. लेकिन आज आपके इसमें मुझे समझ में आया था कि आई हैव जनरेटेड इंटरेस्ट इन मेडिटेशन इन देम. सो they are interested now and they decided कि every Friday we will do this.
Perfect madam, very nice.
So I wanted to tell you this कि ये मैं unknowingly करके भी अभी मुझे समझ में आया कि I have generated interest in them.
Great madam, thank you.
Thank you sir.
Thank you, very nice. Janardhan Rao sir.
Namaste masters. Namaste Ayappa sir. Namaste. ನನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ನಾವ್ ಇಷ್ಟದಂತೆ ನಾವು ಲೈಫ್ ಇದ್ವಿ ಸರ್. ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ರಾಂಗ್ ವೇಲ್ ಇದ್ವಿ, ರೈಟ್ ವೇಲ್ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ಮ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಡೈಲಿ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್, ಅದು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಪವರ್ ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ನಮಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ರೈಟು ಅದು ರೈಟ್ ವೇಲಿ 100% ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. 1 hour ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ half an hour ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಅದು ನನ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಟೈಮ್ ಉಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಉಳಿಸಿರೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ನನ್ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಅದು ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಕರ್ಮ?
ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಹಿರಿಯೂರು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯೂರ್ಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯೂರ್ಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಸರ್ ನಾಳೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ನು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ 13 ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನ ಟೆಂಪೋ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್ ನನ್ಗೆ ರಿಯಲಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ತರ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸು ಇದಾರೆ, ಕೇಳೋರು ಇದಾರೆ, ಕೇಳದೇ ಇರೋರು ಇದಾರೆ. ರಿಯಲಿ ಆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ಮ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ದು ವರ್ಕ್.
ಈ 13 ಜನ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಟೀಮ್ ತರ ಸರ್.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir.
Very nice.
But I am enjoying, sir. Really.
Your message today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Message ಏನು ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ?
We have to learn from it, sir. Every moment, every action, we have to learn from the masters. ಅವರು ಚಿಕ್ಕವರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, sir. We have to learn ಅಷ್ಟೇ, sir.
Very good.
We have to change our mistakes. Mistakes ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. One day we are God. That's all. Living gods.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, one more hand raise. Leela madam. This should be last. Leela madam, you are the last
Hello.
person. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Ayappaji.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Ayappaji. I am learned so many things from you because continuously I am listening to you. The answer for my first question is every action is karma. Whatever I am doing. Just now I am speaking to you. That is also karma for me. So that is the change I observed because of listening and all these things and meditation. And last karma means I am applying in every action, sir, because every action that creates my destiny.
Correct.
So whenever I'm getting irritation or some frustration or some angry, but immediately I'll see that okay, because this will create some destiny for me. So in that way I'm settling the things. And third answer for the third question is, so if you are giving happiness and good to others, you will get the happiness and good to you.
Cause and effect.
Yes.
Thank you, madam. So nice of you.
Thank you, Ayappaji.
Yes, madam. Okay, that comes to the end of today's 29th session. Okay. I said I just broke the pattern. I want to see what people really understood, where they applied, and what they want to give. Like first question is what goes in. Second is how they apply. Third is what action, what is the message, output, input, implication, and output. So nice. All of you have taken good time to answer. Thank you very much. So today my learning and all of ours learning, what is the best thing we need to do is generate interest and have a conscious living. So we draw energies. The more energies we have, we will be the most happiest person. Thank you very much. I will upload this video in YouTube and I will share in the group. Thank you very much. We'll again connect next week. Thank you and namaste.